you guys. Happy Tuesday. Let me come over here to chat or comments and see what we got going. Hey, you guys, say hello. Let me know how your Tuesday is going. Let me know what you're drinking. I'm on milk, actually. I'm not on tea or coffee today. I'm on milk. Let me see. Okay, my audio is working. I hope y'all are having an awesome Tuesday. It is cold outside, you guys. I woke up to freezing. Like, it was so cold. It felt like winter out there. I told my husband, this does not feel like spring cold. I mean, we've had spring cold before, but this was like a whole other cold. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go find us so that way I can say hello to anybody that hops on. I want to make sure that I am saying hello and all of the good things. So I hope y'all are having a great day. I'm so sorry about yesterday. I had planned on going live. There we go. I had planned on going live yesterday, but I ended up taking a nap. So there, I said it, you guys. I took a nap yesterday. So, and I'm looking a little pale today. So let me stop scaring y'all and put a little bit of color on, right? Gotta love being a girl. If we look pale, we can somehow fix it, even if it's just a tiny bit. So I hope y'all are having a great Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We are reading Strong. Woohoo, Strong. So we're in the relational part of this devotional. Last time I was on, which was Sunday, I read Never Rejected. And today we're going to be talking about peace in conflict. Nobody likes conflict. I know I don't. And so I'm really looking forward to see what she says about having peace in conflict. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Let me check my audio because it's doing something funky on my side. Okay. Romans 12:18. Sometimes resolving conflict is easier said than done. When the conflict is between Christians, we at least have the same frame of reference or standard for resolving issues. But sometimes people refuse to be reconciled. Then what do we do? I have lived long enough to have had this happen a few times. I'd inadvertently offended a friend and sensed there was a breach between us. I searched my heart and went to her. I asked if there was anything I had done to hurt or offend her. I volunteered the fact that I realized that I could be offensive without my knowledge and assured her I did not want to stay that way. She told me I had done nothing, yet the measured distance remained. I bought her a gift and left a note and again asked for forgiveness. I received no response. I went again in person. She assured me that no, there was nothing wrong, but she still remained distant. Finally, I went to a mutual friend and asked her if she knew what I had done to offend this person. She did not. I poured out the whole story to her in an attempt to make sense of it. Finally, after listening to the whole thing, she said, "Lisa, have you asked her to forgive you?" "Yes," I assured her. "Have you reached out?" "Yes," repeatedly, I said. "If you've done all this and she still won't receive you, you have to let it go." Her words set me free. I realized that I had obeyed Romans 12:18. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. I felt so guilty and at a loss because I wasn't even sure what my transgression was. The truth is, it is altogether possible that she no longer enjoyed our friendship or the seasons in our lives had changed. I have watched some friends float in and out of my life as God has done a work in me or in them. Our responsibility is to pray for reconciliation and ask God what role we are to play in the process. If we go to the person we wish to be reconciled with in humility and love and are still rejected, Sometimes it is because they are not yet ready to respond. It might hurt, but you are never a failure if you obey God's word. Dear God, please give me the strength to be a reconciler in my relationships and the wisdom to know when others' reactions are outside of my control. As far as it depends on me, help me to bring peace. I am strong because I live at peace with others and with God. I love this. And honestly, for me, it's very fitting on both. Um, Even for the season that I'm in right now in life. Um, I know that there is a relationship in my life that I need to confront. But there's been some pain there. And so she said, sometimes the person maybe that was offended or hurt isn't ready. And I feel like I'm that person right now. Like, I want it to be confronted, but there were some hurt feelings there. And so I am trying to make sure that I am coming to a place where emotions aren't even necessarily a part of that any longer. And and I think it's possible to have forgiveness and grace for people, um, but to still find it hard to confront it, because especially for me, I know it's just confrontation is icky. It's messy, and especially if you don't know how the other person is going to respond. Sometimes that also makes it harder as well to confront others, right? But then I'm also on the other end of that, where somebody just flat out doesn't like me, and it's a person that will forever be a part of my life, because they're family. But I also have to recognize that being family doesn't mean she has to like me, or that she has to want to be around me, or that she has to even acknowledge me. And that is a hard pill to swallow, because for me, family is everything. And so I want my family to love me no matter what family they're, whether it's a sister or a cousin or a sister-in-law or a mom or a mother-in-law or a brother-in-law, whatever place in my family. I want my family to know I love them and care about them and like them. And so when I don't get that in return, from a family member, it hurts, right? And I'm sure some of y'all have been there, if you're not there now. And so this is very fitting for me in both those aspects, that I'm not quite ready to confront something. And so I'm kind of in that, thankfully, if this person were to, come and ask for forgiveness, absolutely. And, it might take away some of that fear of confrontation, but there's a point that I'll have to confront in order to, peacefully move forward. And so I'm in that I'm not quite ready to confront it yet, but then I'm also in the other boat where I'm like, why doesn't this person like me? And so it's so good what she says, is because we can't control how other people react or how they feel or the things that they do. The only thing we can control is how we take on the situation, and we can show grace and we can forgive. And so the person that I'm like, why doesn't she like me? I just will never understand. Like, I mean, I have cried out to God in anguish and in tears with that pain, and I have to relinquish that to him and say, I don't understand this. It hurts my heart, God, but I have to give this to you, and I have to give it to you with forgiveness and grace, in my heart, and peace in my heart, and no hard feelings. That's okay. That's okay that you don't like me. No hard feelings. I still love you. And that's okay. And so it's such a good lesson, for us to learn or to be reminded of, is no matter what side of that you're on when it comes to confrontation, is if you're on the side of I don't want anything to do with this person anymore, or I'm mad at this person, or I'm angry, I'm hurt at this person. We have a choice to treat that with grace and to still treat the person with grace. We don't have to be ugly, and I think that's where that can get painful. And so still be, humble and nice and caring and graceful, even when there's something heavy on your heart. Um, and then on the other side, when somebody doesn't like you and maybe they're not so graceful about it, or maybe you've offended them or they're angry and they're just not going to be graceful about it, you just learn to let it go and let it go to God. Like, don't just let it go with anger or emotions, but let it to go to God. Relinquish it to God. Tell God, this has hurt me. This breaks my heart. And I am letting it go to you, God, because you are the only one that knows their heart. You know my heart, and you're the only one that knows us both inside and out. And so I can only trust you with this situation. So those are two amazing lessons to learn on both sides of those. So super, super great one. So our next one will be affections and direction. I have no idea what that's going to be about, but it sounds good. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.